democracy, over 2,000 years old.
Since the time of the ancient Greeks, it's been mostly the realm of old men with beards and silly wigs.
We've kept the beards, but we have lost the wigs. But for many, politics is still not a young man's game. We're here to prove otherwise.
The challenge is simple. Run for the mayor of Kingston. Whoever gets the most votes wins.
But there's more than schoolboy antics at play here. We also come with a purpose. Youth have never been as disinterested in politics as they are today.
To them, voting involves either a tribal council or a big stage and a grumpy old man named Simon.
And though we don't have as much singing and dancing as the youth of today are used to, we still think politics can put on one hell of a show.
And so begins our epic journey to the doors of City Hall and into the bowels of local politics.
For the next 3 months, we're going to be in your face. Because come October 25th,
I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna run this town. I'm gonna help them run this town. I won't be. You know what? I'll be there.
So, this is the first episode of our web series, and I'd like to take a moment here at the beginning of all things to thank all the people who've already given us support, which is so important. There is one email, however, that I'd like to raise in particular, which did mention Kevin's bio as offensively egotistical.
Yeah, we just want to say we're sincerely sorry for that. It's never our intention to offend anyone with anything we do on our site or on our show. So, once again, just very, very sorry. Sometimes it comes just a little out of control. It's hard to contain, obviously.
You hear that music?
Yeah.
But enough of Kevin's sexiness. We feel it's important to talk about the city we're running in. So here's a quick statement about Kingston, Ontario. Kingston, Ontario, a city immersed in its own history, home to Canada's first parliament, the Royal Military College, and an old Scottish drunkard named Sir John A. Macdonald. It's a city of 118,000 people, just big enough that you can run into just about everyone you know in an afternoon. And that's not including the prisons.
Kingston has the rather unfortunate reputation of being one big retirement home for people from Toronto. But there is more to it than that. It has Queen's University, one of Canada's Ivy League schools. It also has a college, a waterfront, and an old stone fort where people put on funny dress. It also is known for having a number of Sir John A. Macdonald's houses, which he seemed to change whenever the debtors started banging on the door.
This particular house is Bellevue House, one of the more famous Sir John A.'s houses. You may be wondering why we're looking at it through quite a large amount of foliage. Well, that's because of this sturdy wooden security fence, just tall enough to jump over. Now, on regular occasions, they do serve tea round back in fancy costume.
This is the Hub, Kingston's bar and club strip, where every Monday night, young hooligans pour in from all corners of the city to partake in a strange ritual known only as Beachslam.
This is Beachslam.
And that's Kingston in a nutshell. It's full of history, it's full of character, and for those who are willing to look, there's always something to find in Canada's first capital.
There's no way to run.
We're filling out the nomination papers. They're going in City Hall right over there soon. This is all the paperwork we have to do.
Legal jargon.
Legal jargon.
Can't be convicted of a corrupt practice described in subsection 93 of the Municipal Elections Act during an election that occurred less than 4 years prior.
Not in this country.
Okay. It's too bad we're limited so much financially. I can only spend $87,000 on this one.
What's going on here right now actually is both of these fools have forgotten what their postal code is.
I know one of my postal codes.
So they're scrambling to kind of figure it out right now. Kevin's calling his girlfriend, see if they can figure that all out.
I think it's KL7
let me grab a pen.
3S1, but I put KL1 3S7.
Let me 7H7.
Oh, that's
That doesn't make any sense.
Good to go.
KL1?
Oh,
It's letter, number, letter. Silly.
okay, I'll be there too, baby.
That's clearly not your postal code.
You're gonna know the moment I hand it in. I have no idea.
Alright, we're good.
All right, I need that pen immediately. We're going into file right now. Put the papers in.
Don't make it a fish.
Yep. Or abbreviate words unnecessarily. That's
Yep.
another thing we're
Oh,
going to do. Yep.
Yep.
What they don't tell you in civics class when they teach you about democracy is that it costs you $100.
Democracy specifically.
Democracy, yeah. Fascism, about $150.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
Communism.
leaner on the budget.
It's, as Kevin would say, a fish. Yeah. We're going to be on the list. And I'm $200 poor.
He's got a beard.
I've got a beard.
Says we can't stand up.
My ankles are kind of sore.
I feel like there's a rock under my ass.
Yeah. I think there's a bug on my shoulder, and it's starting to get itchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Think we can ever stand?
I don't think so. I think it just says don't. You know, like never stand. That's quite a challenge.
It's a challenge.
I think I'm winning though.
Yeah.